Hello, everyone. I'm Evelyn Reilly, and I am going to read one of the poems that was published in this wonderful anthology, edited by Mary and Bernard and also Sarah Noland. The title is Having Broken, period, R, period. Having broken, R. Grief moves from box to box, calendars, emoticons, images of a pangolin and a bat, having become the animal I am among the float of heavy bees. Every living thing has its natural history. The dog's interior castle is undergoing an ecological calamity. Precarious nature penetrates every opportunity. Mutual need, restructured life greetings, insect leg calipers measuring out probabilities. The wind is full of shifting gears in which the overlords use to exert their usual machinations, financial instruments, public relation messages. There aren't enough scare quotes in the world for this. Hope in the presence of other people I once took as a provisional definition. Amend, repair, revise, recognize, that kind of incantation. But an incipient way of thinking links us to a new unsecured network. Having been brainwashed as children, we must suspect ourselves always. Dogged associations, such as a clearing in the woods closing at the rate of your own aging. Your arbitrary names sound wobbling in the same breeze that makes it impossible to turn over a new leaf definitively. You can only step into the fray. See what happens in the ecosystem of response. This may be prophetic pragmatism. How do we do together? Thus it's hair-raising when ancestors grope mystically at my scalp. Union soldiers become Indian hunters, Protestant ministers, indecipherable women cause permanent itchiness, past futures and future futures. Moth touchdowns have me putting up antenna again as delicate landing pads open under a fingernail of moony lyric impulse. Endless exploratory probings. The inflammation of unpeaceful centuries, the respiratory systems, not breathing well at all, these forests, these streets. And I'm just going to read one more poem, which was not included in the anthology. It's called Soft of Hearing. I'm sorry I can't hear you. My physical body is diminishing. My cultural body keeps listening and unlistening. All senses of failure are reeling as we stop to remove the logs from each other's ears. We raise our voices and grow irritable. All this noise has impeded our beckoning. Pretending to hear is an art in itself, and filling in the wrong blanks a parody of acquiescence, but my fierceness remains intact. The world steps back, or is it closer now? This mountain makes contact in a language called early morning material world return. I turn on my multi-channel receivers after dreams of bears stranded on skyscrapers, toads copulating on office carpets. Thank you, music of the sphere's retrieval mechanisms. I still have my day pass to life. In this dimmable world, weather comes between us, sways in wind evidence, showers the road with solar precipitate as I greet your arrival in a tundra, seeking an us of you, a thou of two, trying to counterbalance the news of a terrible we with its history of appalling acts. Fortunately, this pattern is relatively rare. Absence is exactly in the range of the human voice, says the specialist of one part of the body only, after tests in which the brain's pale coral tries to sustain its elaborate architecture on a drop-off shelf of associative connectivity, while in the deeper regions, freed from the normalizing feedback of self-hearing, a widening auditory skew becomes a source of true creativity. The street is soft tonight. The trucks and air handling units are muffled. As partiers go by in their beplushed dazzle, I try to release the damper pedal of my feelings. Hearing, like sex, takes primarily in the mind, both requiring structures of amplification to climb the spiral, cochlea in Latin, la scala in Italian, where missing rungs alter the aria of love among aging bodies. Now we sit at a table next to the books. The rest is noise, the republic of hearing, how phenomena appear to unfold, and draft some instructions concerning our further disintegration. I'd like to go to plankton in the end, become part of a glistening mat pulling carbon from the air using only water and light. You prefer to join the underground network of fungi, vibrating with the hum of true decay. But our lungs are still bursting with the rising to the surface, where the exhausted dolphins of poetry swim in a confusion of sonically disturbed messaging. Who can hear anything among this cacophony of silencings, while guessing at sound clumps and their rhythmic familiarity can still be a kind of poetry, maybe. Thank you very much.